When it comes to Great Lakes fishing, there's one piece of equipment that's absolutely critical. It's called a downrigger. I can't even imagine trout and salmon fishing without one. The depth control that they provide is amazing. The problem with downriggers is they only function as well as the weakest link. And in this case, the weakest link is going to be something called the downrigger release. Inexpensive or poorly designed downrigger releases really will cause your downriggers to fail. And it's always been my pet peeve. People will spend thousands for a downrigger and then use rubber bands for downrigger releases. They simply don't function very well. A high quality downrigger release will allow you to have enough tension that when that fish bites, he gets hooked solidly, and then you can still trip the release and reel that fish in without having to fight the downrigger ball. Let me show you how we set it up at offshore. I think this is the simplest way to do it. Started out with basically just a spoon on here for an example. I took the hooks off this one so I wouldn't stick myself. And of course, you're just going to throw it back behind the boat. 10 to 25 feet is the distance that I would recommend putting the spoon back behind the downrigger ball. Then what I do is I just grab my line here and I fold it over my finger and I bend it a few twists like this so I get a few twists on it. And what I'm going to do with that twisted line is I'm going to reach down and grab my downrigger clip here, my downrigger release, and I'm going to put it right on those twists of line. Now what's that all about? By twisting the line, what I've done is I've increased the diameter of the line so there's more purchase. So the release has a better grip on it. The beauty of that is when a fish grabs that spoon and pulls, he's going to get resistance and there's going to be a great hook set. The flip side of this though is we still have to be able to trip the release easily in order to land the fish. So essentially what I can do here is I can just reel up here, and what I can demonstrate is that you can see that little loop right there that's sticking out. What's going to happen is when that fish bites, he's going to get solidly hooked. But when pressure pulls from the top side, the angular side, what's going to happen is that loop pulls out really quick and clean, just like that. The beauty of that is it allows us to trip the release from the surface, even if there's a small fish on, or maybe there's not a fish on at all. Maybe you just want to change out the spoon because it's not working. That little curly cue trick is absolutely dynamite. It allows us to have perfect tension in order to get good hookups, and then when we need to trip the release, we can do it just as easily from the top side.